Hello, 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 and welcome to the SoCal Sumo Countdown. This match, ooh-wee, I don't know. I don't know if anybody would argue that this is the best match of that event. This is the SoCal Sumo Open 2025. Now, the match that we're going to break down, dissect, inhale, and bring it into our soul is Kazuya versus Edobor K. Now, this match, the first match is the first match. The second and third match, we'll talk about that at a different point. But the first match is fireworks. It's popcorn. It's Transformers, the first movie. It's the Avengers. It's everything. And also, it's art. It is truly art. This match was so much fun. We have so many different angles. We have so many different photos. It makes me happy to live in today's day and age, right? Because you could have had moments like this before, and they just weren't captured on film. So did they really happen? Did they? Did they happen? I don't know. Did they happen? This one did. This one happened. This one happened for the world. This one happened live on the internet. The revolution may not be televised, but believe it or not, it will be on YouTube, or Rumble, or Instagram, or Reddit. Somewhere. It's gonna be out there somewhere. I don't know where. It's gonna be out there though. So enjoy the passion, the magic, the phenomenal Edobor K and Kazuya from Waseda. Alright, so by far one of the most dynamic matches at the SoCal Open is Edobor versus Kazuya. So of course, as you can tell, we have a lightweight versus a heavyweight. Now, this is where I believe that there's an advantage to amateur sumo in comparisons to pro sumo. Mind you, Kazuya is a amateur sumo wrestler by definition, in the fact that he is a part of the college system, but that doesn't necessarily keep his mind in the mindset of amateur sumo, where there is a easier division breaking down, right? Okay, now that it seems like I have the angles about as red as I can get them. Now, they are very determined in this match. This is the first meeting of Kazuya and Ed from the SoCal Open. Immediately right after the Hakyoi, you can see Kazuya is just a little faster off the line, right? And that's also commonplace for Japanese trained sumo wrestlers. They're generally going to be faster off the line. So right after, Ed, even though launching a little after, he's able to cover pretty good space. Now, immediately, most people would try to negate, especially the size difference between the two. They would try to negate that initial clash with heavyweight versus a lightweight. Ed is too seasoned, too good for that particular mindset. He's not trapped within that mindset. So, after making contact with a pretty solid tachi, you can see both hands. He tries to go kind of for Morotezuki, right? Both hands are pushing, but ultimately his hands are a lot faster than Kazuya's, right? After the hand makes contact, Ed's right hand is pushing, his left hand is reaching for the Mawashi. Kazuya is behind the take here. So when you look at the hand placement on Ed versus Kazuya, Ed is in a slightly better space on both left and right. But that does not mean that it's always going to be that way, especially with Kazuya's right hand, I would say, is coming with that underhook. So he's securely underneath Ed's arm. Ed is focusing on that the overhook, grabbing the Mawashi. He ends up just slipping away from that grip, right? So Kazuya starts to push, and this is where the size difference really plays the factor. One of the big things to note is how far Kazuya has went past the middle of the doyo, right? He's definitely within Ed's space. As they keep driving, now this is a space that only Ed can kind of do, right? There's others, there's the Ukrainians and such that can also do it, but notice how low he gets from here. So as Kazuya is pushing, Ed disappears, right? There's a moment right now where this space, Kazuya is like, where did he go? Where did he go? And it's tricky, right? Yeah, his eyes can still see him, right? His eyes are still looking at him, but that pressure is gone, right? So let's watch that one more time. Driving through, pressure kind of gone. And now as the pressure goes, Ed turns in for a fireman's carry or a variation of such. Notice the head dive. So let me remove those lines. You're gonna see Ed's head tuck over here, right? So into the underhook position. Bloop, boom. Now, from this space, Ed is as far to the ground as possible. What an amazing turn. One more time. So Ed is completely under. Kazuya has no place to go. No place to go but down. Too much weight over his legs, dependent on Ed. This space here is where Ed makes his true magic. Right? And then again from there, utilizing that space, making sure that he stays on top. This is where Ed really does shine. And it doesn't even look like he falls at the end, even though, right? So looks like he doesn't even fall at the very end, right? That is definitely ass all the way to the grass. Woo, bam. Great match. Definitely can't wait for more of these two going.
Sorry, go ahead.
Pan is in the house.
I like that. Yeah. Look, everybody yelling freedom, but instead it's got a chain on their neck. We was talking revolution, say you're paying for a check. We was marching for a change, but they profit off of debt, huh? Do you dance, viral on the internet, huh? We lost it. Ultra colonizer, history, they tossed it. Met you hit your brother cause they profit off of conflict. Said we still enslaved and they said I'm talking nonsense. Wait, but that nigga gotta eat though. So you on your grind, chasing paper till your feet swole. But it's solid till you weep, you got PTSD. Brother dead in the street, newsflash, move past, now his name obsolete. It don't matter, stay distracted and forget him in a week.